Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, cold nights and Columbia sights, how the Statehouse is decorating for this holiday season. Also ahead,
a lot of our young people today don't even know what the Peace Corps is.
Find out why the Peace Corps is recruiting on campus. But first, uncertainty.
I have no idea who I'm voting for.
What USC students are thinking about the 2024 election season. Carolina Insider starts now. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Amanda Petty. Our top story today, the votes are in for the Columbia City Council election. Tyler Bailey is the newest addition to the City Council, winning the at-large seat. Bailey beat out Jesse Bullard and Krista Williams, getting almost 54% of votes. Voters re-elected Councilman Ed McDowell in District 2 and Will Brennan in District 3. In other election news, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley will take the stage tonight in the third GOP primary debate alongside 4 other candidates, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. The debate will take place from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Miami. Former President Donald Trump will not be present. Recent polls for the 2024 presidential election show former President Donald Trump gaining support among Gen Z voters over current President Joe Biden. According to an Emerson College poll, Biden's support from Gen Z and young millennials dropped 16% from 2020, while Trump's rose 10%. So how are students here at USC feeling about the upcoming election? Those we talked to this week say they don't have strong opinions. Here with today's Pure Politics is Zane Heinlein. Zane?
Thanks, Amanda. We're less than a year away from the 2024 presidential election, and it will be the first time voting for a lot of Gen Z. According to Tufts University, more than 8 million people will reach voting age next year since the 2022 midterms. Although the Palmetto State's been historically red, Richland County went blue in the 2020 presidential election. I was on Green Street yesterday to see what USC students are thinking moving forward, especially with 2 South Carolinians on the primary ballot.
I think I'm going to vote for President Biden.
I have no idea who I'm voting for.
Probably none of them.
I think maybe Trump because of inflation.
A lot of students were more focused on issues like gun control, abortion, and climate change, rather than specific candidates. Also, they say they didn't know who was running. South Carolinians will be able to cast their primary votes in February. Back to you, Amanda.
Thanks, Zane. Instead of flying students overseas, the Peace Corps is flying under the radar. Our Brianna Rao has more on how the organization is trying to get its name back on the map.
Strategy. It's the name of the game. And Peace Corps got their strategy locked. Games, prizes, and information. It's these goodies that convinced USC students walking by Russell to stop and come into Peace Corps' event. The 2023 U.S. Census Bureau found volunteering dropped 7% between 2019 and 2021, making it the largest decrease since 2002. This trend has made it challenging for Peace Corps to continue its global mission. Peace Corps' public affairs specialist Erin Curran said Gen Z is driving the decline.
What we found is that a lot of our young people today don't even know what the Peace Corps is.
I asked USC students what they knew about Peace Corps to verify Curran's claim.
When I first saw it, I assumed that it was something related to the military because of the Corps.
Peace Corps has no ties to the military. President John F. Kennedy created this organization with the hope of bringing world peace.
I hope that you will join.
Data from Peace Corps shows that 211 South Carolinians took JFK's initial call. They improved infrastructure, healthcare, and education in developing countries. At its peak, 416 South Carolinians volunteered. That number dropped to 397 in 2010. Only 50 have served since 2020. Among those, 6 are USC graduates.
When I received the invitation to serve in China, I was excited to go.
Peace Corps' recruitment officer for South Carolina said hosting events on college campuses is balancing out the trend.
I've helped more than 3 people just in the past week alone.
Peace Corps hopes that visiting colleges will prevent the organization from facing further effects of the declining volunteer trend. For Carolina Insider, I'm Brianna Rao.
The Peace Corps is not the only way USC is being represented abroad. On Monday, students cheered on the women's basketball team in its historic home opener against Notre Dame in Paris. USC held a watch party here at home where students could hang out with friends and watch the game. NBA Hall of Famer Magic Johnson took to X to compliment freshman point guard Malaysia Fulwiley on an impressive move. The Gamecocks defeated the Fighting Irish 100-71 and will return home to face Maryland on November 12th. The holiday season is officially upon us, and Columbia is celebrating by setting up the annual state Christmas tree. It wasn't Santa's elves, but Columbia police who escorted the tree to the front of the Statehouse Monday morning. LED lights and ornaments will be added to the 35-foot-tall Norway spruce over the upcoming days, but the tree won't be lit until November 17th during the 57th annual Governor's Carolining. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here Friday.